And we're back with some more Pokemon Black 2. Last time we made our way to Driftveil and learned that there's a bit of a drama going on with Team Plasma. What do you have to say? Construction on a shortcut at the Twist Mountain has started. But it's going to take a while because digging is difficult. Hello? Hi, is this the trainer? Really? So you like Pokemon of that type? Many of them are cute, aren't they? Oops. My colleague is calling me. I have to get back to work. Talk to you again. Goodbye. In case anyone's wondering what my favorite Pokemon type is, it's water types, without a doubt. Sir, that's the person I was talking about. Over here, this way. Oh, so you're interested in Team Plasma, are you? If you hear what we have to say, you might be able to understand us. My guest. If you're going to come inside, I would like to see what kind of person you are, trainer. That's right, in a Pokemon battle. Do you find this acceptable? Yes. Let us begin. Alright, so we're fighting against Rude. Formerly one of the sages of N. Starting off with Herdier. Level 27, goddamn. Let's see. Let's start strong. Leaf Tornado. Reduce your accuracy. Ow. Alright, I'll follow that up with a Mega Drain. Damn! One more Mega Drain should take down the Herdier. And also heal Rapture up a bit. Glad I got that Miracle Seed. Goodbye. Next up, Swoobat. You were gonna pose some trouble to Rapture, so I might want to swap out for Shades. Crunch. Nom nom. Now that's a lot of damage. Moxie. Oh, you fight as if you understand your Pokemon. I apologize for testing you. Being former members of Team Plasma, you must deal with a lot. Meow. He got away. And that is your friend. He may join us. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Rude. You guys are all Team Plasma too, right? Tell me what makes you different from the Team Plasma back there. More accurately, we're former members of Team Plasma. Because of the incident 2 years ago, we started taking care of the Pokemon that were separated from their trainers as a way to atone for our misdeeds. And you are? I'm Hugh, from Aspertia City. 5 years ago, Team Plasma, you, stole my little sister's Pokemon. I'm the pathetic trainer who wasn't able to stop you. Separated? What a joke. You were the thieves who stole them. Is that so? My sincerest apologies. Just an apology? That's it? Where's my sister's Pokemon? Purloin. Where's Purloin? The Pokemon you speak of is not in this place. I imagine it is still being used by Team Plasma now. Just as you say, our apologizing doesn't solve anything. But you can't move forward unless you admit you were wrong and apologize. Enough already! Apologizing isn't going to get my sister's Pokemon back. You there. I'm going to the Pokemon Gym. I'll get stronger and crush every single member of Team Plasma. Team Plasma made trainers like him suffer. I feel terrible about it. How foolish we were. As you can see, I can't do anything to thank you. Actually, I have a favor to ask of you. Could you please look after this Pokemon, Zora? Yes. Oh, thank you. And like that, we have received Zora. That Zora is one of the Pokemon that my Lord N relied on as a friend during his journey. Yeah, and if we were to go into the bio of this Zora, you'll notice its original trainer is N. Zora has the ability Illusion, where it comes out disguised as whoever's the Pokemon in the back. So, a little something about Zora here. If I recall correctly, you couldn't obtain Zora by normal means in Black and White. This game actually marks the first time you could actually obtain a Zora through normal means. I'm waiting for my Lord N to return. He can talk to Pokemon. If he comes back, you can find out what the Pokemon here want. Hello there. N was an orphan. I heard that right after he was born. He upset people with behavior that suggested he could talk to Pokemon. When he was living in the woods with Darmanitan and Zora, Getsis took him in. We are also orphans Getsis took in. Our task was to take care of N. Team Plasma is an organization created by the man named Getsis to help him take over the Unova region. The one he groomed to help him further his nefarious aims was N. N was a strange boy who was called the child of the Pokemon. Yeah, you can really see how much Team Plasma has really affected people. It's both people who used to work for Team Plasma back in Black and White, as well as people like Hugh who were affected by Team Plasma's actions. This Pokemon has become attached to me. That's why I'm treating it like a friend and not like a tool. Woof. we're taking care of the Pokemon whose trainers we can't find. I know it seems arrogant, but it's a small way to make up for what we've done. You can't change the past, but you can change the future. That's why I changed my outfit. I can still fit into the old one, though. Really? There are former members of Team Plasma here. I'm worried that they might be up to no good again. Yeah, because the thing about redemption, which is what the former Team Plasma members are after, is that redemption is a long and difficult process. It's not easy and requires a lot of effort. So yeah, we officially have 5 Pokemon in our party. God damn. What do you have to say for this middleman? Pure youth. So I should also mention it is entirely possible to run into each of N's Pokemons thanks to a little feature that this game has. So, as for where each of N's Pokemons are, I will not be showing it off this playthrough, like, whatsoever, because that would require me going through the whole region. Challenging the gym, huh? Nice, keep getting stronger. Let me tell you though, Clay is tough. Even if all you have to use against ground types is water type Pokemon, you might still be in for a rough fight. That's why we have Rapture with us. I'm not going to equip the experience share onto Zora just yet, as there is a spot later on that I do want to utilize. Welcome to the Driftveil's gym. This is for you. Fresh water. Yep. Gym Leader Clay uses ground-type Pokemon. Well, just between you and me, ground-type Pokemon aren't good against water-type attacks. They also don't like grass and ice-type attacks. Oh, and in this gym, the area you walk on will light up. Where you've been is a hint for where you need to go. Neat. Actually, now that I think about it, I think Team Plasma is like one of the few, if not the only, instance of a Pokemon like villain team where you actually do see members try to like make amends for what they've done. By contrast, something like Team Rocket, it kept on going to like the bitter end between Kanto and Johto, whereas the other teams, they disbanded after you completely kicked their asses. But like with this, you actually do see members of that team try and put in the effort to like realize like the errors of their ways. And at the same time, you also see those who continue to double down on those actions as if they see themselves as being too far gone. My Pokemon dig because they believe they're gonna find something. And they battle because they believe they're gonna win. So to go to the subject of Pokemon types, yes, my favorite Pokemon typing is water types. I find water types to be the most versatile of the typings, and I find that a good chunk of my favorites happen to be water types. Baltoy! Fine with. Luckily, even if we're a bit on the underlevel side, Rapture should be able to deal with this gym no problem. Slap. Like so. Goodbye. Level 30. I might have lost, but I'm going to continue to believe in my Pokemon. Good on ya. Anyway, Clay's awesome. He can just tell if minerals will be there. Got it? Another way to say it is that Clay will be wherever there are oodles of ores. Let's see. Switch on the elevator. Gives us a good idea as to where we're going. The one you meet when you get on this conveyor is none other than me! Worker Tavarius. Drillbur. Oof. Rock Slide. So yeah, in fact, in Pokemon TCG Pocket, the deck that I made is a water and fire type deck, which, looking back, it might be due for some updates, given the recent booster packs that came out. Another Baltoy. Nothing Rapture can't handle. But at the time that I'm recording this, well, at the time this video was uploaded, the Hacker's Memory part had come out by this point. But to go into the subject of Yu-Gi-Oh, yes, I do play Master Duel as well. Offline, I should specify, not online, given in what Yu-Gi-Oh has essentially become, where it's basically solitaire. There's Sandile. But I have managed to make a Stardust Dragon deck, actually. And honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with how the deck turned out, actually. To the point where I wouldn't mind, like, trying to make one, like, make that deck IRL. Mud Slap. Bro. My accuracy fell. So, yeah. Although, I'll be real, looks like the conveyor brought in a strong trainer like you. That it did. I am aware of, like, the older Yu-Gi-Oh formats. Have you used the elevator? Yes. If you get on the elevator, you can figure out where you haven't been, right? I am absolutely gonna take on every trainer I see. Cause fuck it, that's XP. That's XP I can use. Hello there. Just because you work hard doesn't mean you're gonna get what you want. But if you don't work hard, there are many things you can't do. Let me show you how tough my hard work has made me. But yeah, like, I am aware of GOAT format and Edison format. So, and I'll be frank, I think of those two formats, I think I'm more likely to take part in a Edison format. If only because Edison format allows me to use synchro monsters. see, Mega Drain. Speaking of different formats, I am aware that Pokemon, much like Yu-Gi-Oh, does have its share of retro formats. The ones I'd probably like take part in are the Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Black and White formats, since those are the formats I'd probably, actually no, not even probably, definitely am most familiar with, since, well, those were where my interest in Pokemon peaked, in a sense. Bro, can't use items. Slap. Goodbye. Level up. Level 31. Worker Neil. Everything went dark all of a sudden. Driftveil City's Pokemon Gym is soaked in the sweat and tears of the Pokemon that worked so hard to dig it out of the rock. So, well, it smells kind of funny. Well, hopefully you're not a Smash player and actually know when to take a bath. Like, I know that's pretty obvious. It is, but come on. I have a riddle for you. Do you know what is distant but close? You. Worker Tybor. But yeah, I am aware of like other formats for Pokemon, like one based on Diamond and Pearl, one based on X and Y. It's interesting how Pokemon has like its own version of like Goat format or Edison format. Oh boy, that ain't good. Ooh. Let's see, who are you gonna send out? Drillbur. Hey there. Ooh. Cutting that one close. Down goes Drillbur. Might have to exit the gym soon. The distance between winning and coming close to winning are so close, yet so far. Something distant but close. I'm talking about Clay, who is near here, but is rather reserved. Sorry, I think you're expecting something more interesting. I think I can get a good idea as to where he is. Is he over here? Yep, there he is. We're not gonna fight him just yet. Just yet. Because I do want to get some XP. Even if I am fully aware that I do have the type advantage, I'd rather play it safe. When I say dig, you say hello. So, yeah. Like, interesting enough, I might, like, I think one of these days I might, take one of the two Feraligatr starter decks from Heart Gold Soul Silver and convert one of them into like a personal deck for myself. Probably convert it into like a water fire deck. Which, to be fair, like red blue is a color scheme I'm very familiar with via Magic the Gathering. So you didn't notice the pitfall at my feet while we were battling. What did you want me to say, Frederick? Life is filled with pitfalls. If you land it, and if you fall in, do your best to crawl out. Let's see. That leads somewhere. Yeah. Here in the darkness, I proceeded step by step by feeling my Pokemon's every breath. I'll show you the power of the bonds my Pokemon and I built in this way. Okay. Maynard. Like mayonnaise? In fact, that would be my advice for anyone wanting to get into either the Pokemon card game or Yu-Gi-Oh! If like the modern formats are too much for you because of that ever card game issue of power creep, and in the case of Pokemon Scalpers, sweat and tears go into this gym, then I would say try one of the retro formats. Isn't darkness great? It's the space of dreams where you don't know what's even there. But yeah, it's like... Yeah, if the modern Pokemon card game, like if modern format for Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Is too much for you, then I'd say try one of the retro formats. There's less card variety, but you make up for that by like knowing what things do. Me and my Pokemon are professional tunnelers. My Pokemon can't be outdug or outburrowed. We have no rival. Although, to be completely honest, I would argue that, especially in this day and age, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And by extension Magic the Gathering make for a better digital card game than they do physical. Since a digital format just takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. And in the case of Pokemon, you don't have to deal with scalpers. Yeah, I know I mentioned that a lot, but it's like... It's hard not to talk about the Pokemon card game without bringing up scalpers, especially in this day and age. It's like... Bro, people want to play a card game. How the hell did I miss? Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick trip to the Pokemon Center after this, so... Because I am dangerously low on PP. Anyway, there goes Drillbur. Goodbye. Level 32. Wants to learn Leaf Blade. Hello! Give me that. Ditch Vine Whip for Leaf Blade. Ooh. It's gonna send out a Baltoy. Doesn't matter because I got Leaf Blade. And the first thing we have to do is test it out. Slice and dice. I love Leaf Blade so much. Probably one of my favorite Pokemon moves, actually. Think about it. And to think of all the walls we've broken down up until now, to hit a wall like this. Drill burn Excadrill. No move. No, the move Drill Run. When I order them to use that move, I get all wound up. Yeah. Speaking of card games, I want to say this right now, playing TCG Pocket, it pains me to see the Tyrant line as just like a fighting type Pokemon instead of like a Rock Dragon type. It's like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories and seeing Sinister Serpent as just a normal-ass monster, as opposed to an effect monster. Same goes with the likes of Cyberstein. So, aside from that, I have been thinking of making some alterations to my red-green Tyranno Greymon deck. Notably by adding the EX11 in Dynamon, which is something I don't typically do since I typically avoid using foil cards in my decks. But in this case, like, Dynamon just seems like perfect for the deck that I've made. Alright. Oh wait, shit, hold on. There we go. Almost there. Alright. Leaf Blade in hand. And a snake ready to go. Kept me waiting, didn't you, kid? Alright. Time to see what you can do. You just yeet your last haw. Alright, Clay, specialty, ground types. He has 3 Pokemon. We have 5. Starting off, Krokorok. Level 31. He's using Intimidate. But luckily, we have Leaf Blade. Slice and Dice. Speedfell. Impressive. That's some strength you've got. He's probably going to use a Hyper Potion. Yep. So we're going to take this opportunity to heal up ourselves with Mega Drain. Delicious. He does have Excadrill, I will say that. So that might be a Pokemon of concern. Torment. Subjected to Torment. Which means we can't use the same move twice immediately after. Krokorok is down. Unless we switch out Sand Slash. Yeah. So we'll use a Leaf Tornado. I say that as he uses Crush Claw. This should at least reduce the accuracy. Never mind, it didn't. It just did a lot of damage. Defense went down. That ain't good. That is very concerning. Sand Slash is down. You level up for our troubles. Level 33. Excadrill. Oh boy, he's sending out the big boy. No hard feelings, but I'm extremely stubborn. Rock Slide. Whew. Dodge that. Use a Leaf Blade. Oh, we are... I forgot Excadrill was a Steel type as well. Oh, this is bad. Oh no. We are evenly leveled. Ooh! Hyper Potion. I was about to say Hyper Beam. It's like, no way. I don't think Superior can ever learn Hyper Beam. Damn. Yeah, suspected that was going to happen. So we're going to sacrifice Scorch. Luckily, we do have revives on standby. I'm gonna have to sacrifice Skyla as well. And then use a Hyper Potion on Rapture. This should be enough. Yeah, because we went down, the Torment is gone. So use Metal Claw. Jesus Christ! Ooh, cutting that close. Whew, man, holy shit. Cutting that one close. Oh, man, oh man, feels good. Go all out and still be defeated. Phew, you're really something. The whippersnapper trainer is you pack a real punch. Keep showing up one after another. Here, take this. Oh man, 5 badges, holy shit. Only 3 more left. We are officially at the halfway. We are past the halfway point, god damn. The Quake badge. So this is your 5th badge, huh? For that show, Pokemon up to level 60 will obey you. Here, take this too. TM78 Bulldoze, which he never used once. Well, I suppose. Come this way. Oh, what the hell? Good dancer. Here's a crucial for putting on a good show. What? You got a gym badge too? I knew you could do it. You know, my partner, here's the reason I was able to get that badge. But I'm sure there's more connection. There's more connecting us to each other than Pokeballs. If that's all there is, the stolen pearl and its feelings will never be what they were. Oh, so you two squirts know each other, huh? You both ain't bad, so I want to show you something. Wait, I just remembered. Clay. Why? What's the reason? Why have you forgiven Team Plasma? There's always room for folks to grow and change, ain't there? And if you only go after what you think is right, you might end up rejecting all thoughts and opinions other than your own. That's mighty dangerous. Is that one of those compromises adults are supposed to make? Whatever. I'm gonna fight Team Plasma. Oh yeah. What are you wanting to show us? You ever heard of the Pokemon World Tournament? Trainers from all over the world gather on up to see who's strongest. Well then, I'll be waiting for you at the south end of town. Tournament to decide who's strongest, huh? Right on. It's time for some special training. But that's gonna have to be saved for the next part. So, 5 gym badges in hand. We're making quite the progress. So with that, I am going to first resupply on items like hyper potions, and a revive before calling it apart. Also, we now have access to Ultra Balls. Check it. I'm gonna immediately buy 8 of these things. So, with that, I'm gonna call it apart here. Next time on Pokemon Black 2, we're gonna check out that Pokemon World Tournament. If you enjoyed this lengthy part, and me yapping about card games, feel free to like and subscribe, and while you're at it, feel free to check out some non-gaming stuff over in the links in the description down below. So, until then, see you all next time for some more Pokemon Black 2. Bye!